You used to be a supporter of Elon Musk's vision.
Yes.
What happened? What changed?
Liberal actress and activist Alyssa Milano getting a bit of a history lesson after she thought she pulled one over on new Twitter CEO Elon Musk.
Alyssa Milano just proved that money can't buy common sense. She tried to school Elon Musk on morality by switching to a car brand founded by, wait for it, Nazis. Yeah, you heard that right. Milano's attempt to be woke just turned into a hilarious history lesson. Want to know how bad it got? Keep watching. So, Alyssa Milano decides to take on Elon Musk
for a Volkswagen Electric, adding, "I'm not sure how advertisers can buy space on Twitter. Publicly traded companies' products being pushed in alignment with hate and white supremacy doesn't seem to be a winning business model." But
big mistake, huge. She tweets out that she's ditching her Tesla for a Volkswagen. Why? Because apparently Musk's Twitter takeover offended her delicate sensibilities. Milano writes, "I gave back my Tesla. I bought the VW EV. I love it." She then goes on a rant about hate speech and white supremacy on Twitter. Nice try, Alyssa, but the internet wasn't buying it. People immediately called her out. They're like, hold up, you're mad about hate speech, so you buy a car from a company started by Nazis? Talk about an epic self-own. Milano clearly didn't do her homework on Volkswagen's history.
Volkswagen's dicey past, more than one sharing that the company started out as a state-owned enterprise in Nazi Germany. Musk's response? Well, he responded with the crying, laughing emoji.
See, Volkswagen was founded in 1937 by the German Labor Front, a Nazi organization. The company even used forced labor during World War II. But Milano missed that little detail in her rush to virtue signal. The internet went wild. Memes started flying faster than Milano could delete her tweets. People were digging up old Volkswagen ads featuring Hitler. It was brutal. And Elon Musk, he didn't even need words to respond. He just dropped a crying, laughing emoji on her. Sometimes less is more, you know? But the real knockout punch came from the Hodge twins. They tweeted, "Alyssa Milano got rid of her Tesla to protest white supremacy and bought a VW, a car company founded by the Nazis in 1937. Ouch, that's gotta hurt." You'd think Milano would realize her mistake and backtrack, right? Nope. Instead, she doubled down. She went on The View to defend herself. Because when you're in a hole, why not keep digging? This whole fiasco just shows how out of touch some celebrities are. They're so busy trying to look woke, they end up making fools of themselves. And Milano, she's about to learn that sometimes it's better to just stay quiet. Ever watched a train wreck in slow motion? That's basically what happened when Alyssa Milano tried to explain herself on national TV. She thought she was gonna set the record straight, but instead she dug herself into an even deeper hole. Milano showed up on The View, all ready to defend her Tesla decision. But man, did it go sideways fast. She starts ranting about billionaires, especially Elon Musk. She's like, "I'm so annoyed with all of these billionaires, with like the exception of a few, but especially Elon Musk. Like, you buy Twitter to destroy it for $40 billion? But hold up, Milano's worth about $10 million herself. That's not exactly chump change, right?" So here she is, a millionaire lecturing billionaires about how to spend their money. Talk about irony that she goes on about how Musk should have given that money to UNICEF instead. Like, imagine if he just ended world hunger or something. But here's the thing, Twitter's actually doing better under Musk. More people are using it, so her whole argument kind of falls flat. You should have seen the faces of the other hosts. They looked like they wanted to crawl under their chairs. And the audience, they were more confused than a cat in a dog show. Milano's just rambling on, barely making sense, and everyone's just sitting there like, what is happening right now? It's like Milano forgot she was on national TV. She's stumbling over her words, trying to justify why she switched from Tesla to Volkswagen. You'd think someone would have pulled her aside and said, "Hey, maybe you don't lecture people about money when you're loaded yourself." But nope. She just kept going, digging that hole deeper and deeper. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for Milano, she decided to take her PR disaster tour to the next level. But that's a whole other story. Let's just say things were about to go from bad to worse for our favorite woke celebrity. Milano just can't seem to stop digging herself deeper. You'd think after the Tesla debacle, she'd lay low for a while. But nope, she's back at it again, this time with a GoFundMe campaign that's got everyone shaking their heads. So get this. Milano starts a fundraiser for her son's baseball team. Sounds innocent enough, right? She's asking for $10,000 to help fund the team's trip, but here's where it gets wild. Milano and her husband are worth an estimated $10 million. Yeah, you heard that right. $10 million. People lost their minds when they found out. I mean, can you blame them? Here's this millionaire celebrity asking regular folks to cough up cash for her kid's baseball trip. And it's not just Milano who's loaded. Her husband's a big shot agent at CAA, one of the top talent agencies in Hollywood. They're swimming in cash, but apparently can't spare a few grand for their son's team. Come on. The reactions were brutal. People were calling her out left and right. One user hit the nail on the head, asking, why is she asking for money from people who can barely buy groceries? Ouch. But they're not wrong, are they? So how does Milano respond to all this backlash? Does she apologize? Nah. Does she realize maybe she messed up? Nope. Instead, she turns off the comments on her GoFundMe post. Classic move when you can't handle the heat, right? But wait, it gets better. Milano starts retweeting old crowdfunding campaigns, like she's trying to say, see, everyone does this. Nice try, Alyssa, but people aren't buying it. Just when you think this whole mess couldn't get any worse, Milano's about to prove us all wrong. Buckle up, because we're about to see how a PR nightmare turns into a full-blown career meltdown. Remember that $200,000 Porsche we mentioned? Yeah, Milano decided that was the perfect ride to flaunt right after begging for cash on GoFundMe. Talk about a slap in the face to everyone who donated. This wasn't just any Porsche, mind you. It had a custom paint job that cost a whopping $144,000. That's more than most people make in a year. People were furious. One person tweeted, you're riding around in a $200,000 car but can't fund your son's trip. Seriously, Alyssa. Can't blame them for being mad, right? Here's Milano, asking regular folks to chip in for her kid's baseball trip, then cruising around in a car that costs more than most houses. And get this, remember how she said she ditched her Tesla for a Volkswagen? Well, people started wondering if she even bought that VW at all. I mean, if you're driving a Porsche that fancy, why bother with a Volkswagen? Looks like Milano's attempts to be all eco-friendly and anti-Musk might have been nothing but hot air. But it's not just regular people who are fed up with Milano's antics. Word on the street is that Hollywood's starting to back away from her too. Can't say I'm surprised. In Tinseltown, your image is everything. And right now, Milano's image is about as popular as a skunk at a garden party. Some of her former co-stars are even distancing themselves. They're not calling her out directly, that's not how Hollywood works. But suddenly, they're too busy for joint appearances, or conveniently forget to mention her when talking about past projects. Ouch! You gotta wonder what this means for Milano's career long term. Will she bounce back? Or is this the beginning of the end? One thing's for sure, she's become the poster child for celebrity hypocrisy. All this drama isn't just about Milano though, it's got people asking some big questions about celebrity activism. Like, do these stars really practice what they preach, or is it all just for show? So, Alyssa Milano's basically become a walking PR disaster. From the Tesla mess to begging for cash while driving a Porsche, she's shown us exactly how not to do celebrity activism. It's like she's trying to win gold in the hypocrisy Olympics. This whole mess shows how dangerous it is for celebs to try and act all woke on social media. One minute you're trying to look good, the next you're getting roasted by everyone with a Twitter account. Milano thought she was taking a stand, but she just ended up looking out of touch and kinda dumb. But here's the thing, is this the end of celebs trying to be activists? Probably not. There's always gonna be someone who thinks their opinion matters more just cause they're famous. But maybe, just maybe, they'll think twice before they tweet next time. Or at least do a quick Google search first. What do you think? Are we gonna see more celebs crash and burn like Milano? Or will they finally learn to keep their mouths shut? One thing's for sure, it's gonna be fun to watch.